happening, guys? Packed Lemming here once again with the Dark Souls 3, the Convergence, and we're obviously looking at our classes once again. Last time we looked at the Druid and Holy Cleric. This time we're looking and starting with the Priest of Gwyn. He has a fancy looking sword, some sort of cup, no shoes, which is disgusting. Okay, we are into the cemetery. Let's have a look at what this guy in cool robes is holding. Lightning damage, so reach out and strike enemies with lightning from your hand. I don't think I want to be that close to people, honestly, but there you go. Lightning spear. Lightning spear, it's very descriptive, same as fireball was. The Lothric Priest Sword has a skill, Oath of Sunlight. Raise the sword aloft when praising the sun to boost attack and damage absorption for self and allies in vicinity. The Warriors of Sunlight are cooperators from an ancient age. Interesting. Good. And the Canvas Talisman, not a cup, is strong with lightning and boosts our lightning miracles for a very short period. Fantastic. We are reducing miracle FP consumption, and in this case there'll be lightning miracles, and this is the Morn's Ring, and in this game that increases lightning damage as a whole. This is also a Seekers of Sunlight Covenant, increasing our cast speed. So that sounds pretty neat. Let's have a look at our spells. Obviously lightning touch is very short distance, which doesn't thrill me, but seems to be a small stun, which I approve of. Bonk. 422 damage. I appreciate that. Okay, let's see our sword damage here. 2 shots to skellies, not bad. Alright, that cast speed is pretty tasty, I will say that. Still picking up stuff. I am a loot whore, you can quote me. Bap. Bap. Okay, we're going to have to melee this dude. I missed. Can you believe it? I was right there and missed his face. Unlucky. Alright, let's go take on the Crystal Skull. That'll give us a small understanding as to how this character works. I don't know why I do keep doing this, but it feels right. I like the way he cancelled his roll there. Uh-oh. That was lucky. So Lightning Spear is definitely more long range than some of the mages we've tried. It does stagger. And apparently bait. Nice. And a bit of R1 spam just to finish him off. Not too bad. This guy might be alright. Okay, let's see. Oh, stop! Oh my god! Wow, I'm so bad at this game sometimes. Okay. Let's get our first bonfire and have our attempts on the boss. Okay, attempt number 1. The astute among you may realise I have 0 souls. That's because I kind of got hit on my way here and died. So, not by the boss though, just normal skellies, which feels good. So this guy may be weak to lightning. That's a lot of damage, which I appreciate. Whoa! Okay. Bop. 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 Good damage so far. Very good damage so far. The Priest of Gwyn does seem to have some damage behind him for sure, and his sword looks super cool. We didn't actually get a chance to show this off before, but you may have seen I had a buff on previously, which is the sword buff. which gives us damage and damage absorption. Seems good. I'm not sure what the longevity is like, given he is a caster, so you may have to change up his armor for that short range hand zappy thing. But overall, pretty good boss kill. Very, very quick. Again, not as quick as the druid or as smooth. Hey, next up is the Blood Priest. Sounds pleasant, nice looking sword, and some sort of chime. I do like that. I will say I've used this class already. I used it when I first played this mod, and I will tell you the special attacks with this sword are from Sekiro, and they are badass. So if that's a game that you like, you might like this one. Okay, here we are in the cemetery with a different scene. That's my bad. Unfortunately, I'm not professional. But let's have a look at this Blood Priest, shall we, and see what he's got to offer us. So, his spells are miracles, and they are focused on bleeding, which I think is really good and is obvious from his title. So the first one is Bite, and that's from the base Dark Souls 3, and the second one is Gnaw, also from base Dark Souls 3. Now both of these inflict damage, as well as building up a bleed status effect. Once that bleed status effect reaches its cap, it will deal massive damage to the enemy. Not so much with Bite, definitely with Gnaw, but Gnaw has a longer cast time, so you do need to watch out for that, but it does end up doing a lot of damage. In terms of the weapon, it's the Dark Corvian Great Blade, which is hard to say, but while in Corvian's stance, you can use a light attack to temporarily dematerialize and reappear in a fierce horizontal slash, or use a strong attack to gain upward momentum and gain a swift plunging attack. Tell me that doesn't sound badass when you also then say these moves can be chained together. My god. And he also has a Corrupted Priest's Chime, which is Dark Affinity. This will also heal you for a flat 350 HP in either hand, which is not bad at lower levels. I don't know if it scales with upgrades. That's something you can find out, or we can find out later on. His gear gives him a FP consumption reduction, as we've seen with previous guys, and also the Dark Damage Ring. And he is part of the same covenant as the previous guy. I can't remember who was Dark. It was the Cryomancer, I believe. And he also had a 15 increase to cast speed. I'm not really sure what stat that is on the right hand side there. We can always figure that out later, but that's what it does. Now, before you see the spells, because you've seen them before, this is what the dematerialization looks like. Okay, we're going to dodge this guy. Or we'll stand there and take it, and then we're going to boop. Fantastic. Imagine if this was in Dark Souls 3. So you can, oh my god, you can die from being hit by these guys. What you can do though is you can dodge attacks with the dematerialization, which I think is pretty badass. So here, if we wait for him to attack, you got me anyway, but you get the idea. The plunging attack is pretty good, I will say. Let's have a look at his spells. Okay, so not as strong as the previous guys, but definitely doing the damage, shall we say. Let's try the other one, Gnaw, on this big guy. So it takes a bit longer to build up, but... Uh-oh. Dodging like a pro. Now, on a boss, that would eventually deal bleed damage. So just something to consider. One thing I noticed with this class is that Bite and Gnaw can get very easily caught on terrain. So if you're trying to do long distance damage, you may struggle if you get hit by terrain. So just bear that in mind if this is a build that interests you. Okay. try and make this guy bleed. I don't know if he can, but we'll try. Alright, look, hit the terrain. Fantastic. Ah! There's the bleed, so you can see substantial amounts of damage when compared to our hit damage. Ow. Bop. Hup. Bop. I know if you've played Sekiro this might not seem as cool because you've seen it before, but I think it's pretty good. Alright, let's see if we can beat the boss. I do recall this took me a few attempts the first time I did it, but that was because I didn't really know what I was doing with the classes, which is why I thought I'd make these videos, honestly. Alright, here comes the boss. He's just gonna pop into existence there. Okay, let's see if we can bleed this guy out, maybe. Don't know if that hit or not, actually. That hit. And there you saw the bleed damage. But this guy does seem to have some of the lowest HP. You may see, actually, that I took damage falling off the small cliff before the boss. He's the only class so far that's done that. So with all of his mobility, you can kind of understand why the mods put in that particular compromise. But not this cliff, but this one. He takes damage if you don't bounce off the wall, apparently, which I didn't know until now. Okay, boss attempt number 2. Let's try and get in with a couple of these bigger bleeds to begin with. Because that was nearly 1,000 damage. If we can keep those up. Without being greedy, which if you're familiar with these videos by now, you'll know I am. Oh, there we go. Woo-wee! Thought I was dead there for sure. What the? Fuck. Lucky, lucky ducky. That was upsetting. And actually very similar to my first time playing this mod. You'd think I'd learn. Okay, maybe I just got unlucky. Weird. Okay, we're going to send off 2 of those for the bleed. Right at the start. And then just take our openings when we can take them. And not be greedy. My god. I think if you could get increased cast time with this guy, the Gnaw would be phenomenal at beating bosses. Oh, oh. Chase? No? You're gonna... Okay, okay, okay. Okay, not bad. Attempt 2? 3? I don't remember. 3. We did it in 3. Nice. So, as I say, this guy really blew my mind from a person who's never played mods before. Just the ability to vanish and reappear in a game that I've played lots and lots of times. Just being able to do this type of mobility in a Dark Souls game blows me away. So maybe Sekiro is a shout for the channel, but, you know, probably not. I've seen it's quite hard. Anyway, that was the Blood Priest. Stay tuned on the channel for more of the classes coming up next.